Hi there, welcome to Yoga Pad and welcome to your little evening wind down sequence. I find this very nice to do just before bed, just to unwind the shoulders and the neck and just really soften through the hips and the hamstrings. They're the kind of areas that during the day often get full of tension. So I'm just going to work on releasing those. So take a nice comfortable seat. You may want to sit up on a cushion or a couple of blankets and take the hands over the knees, close the eyes. Take a few nice deep breaths in. After your next big inhale, hold the breath at the top there. And open your mouth. Let it all out. Inhale, really stretch the breath, hold it at the top. Open the mouth. Let it out. One more time, one big breath in. Hold a bit more, open the mouth, let it all out. So that's your day. Just take a little moment with the eyes closed, just take a little reflection of your day, the morning, the middle of the day, your afternoon, your evening, just taking a little bit of a scan through the happy, joyous moments of your day. And just taking a scan through any moments that caused you a little bit of stress or anxiety. With those in particular, take another big deep breath in. Open the mouth and let all those things out. This is your time at the end of the day. Softly blinking the eyes open. So releasing the shoulders. Take a few nice rolls of the shoulders back. Let the breath be soft and just let it do what it needs to do at this time of day. And changing directions, rolling the shoulders forward. You can shrug them up, shrug them down. You can get a little bit of movement through the spine if that's nice for your shoulders. And then just taking them back to neutral. Taking the neck some semicircles over to the right. And exhale all the way over to the left. Inhale all the way over to the right. And exhale, just exploring your biggest circle that feels nice on the sides and the back of your neck. Inhale one way. And exhale the other way. Inhale. Over to the right. And stay there, and then exhale, take the left shoulder and sort of gently drop it down. So really increase that stretch along the left side of the neck. Inhale, and exhale, soften the left shoulder down. Inhale, nice big stretch all the way over to the left. And exhale, this time the right shoulder, just gently drop it down, just increasing the stretch along the right side of the neck. Inhale. And exhale, softly release the right shoulder. Inhale, all the way over to the other side. And exhale to center, looking up, taking the hands behind the head. Just interlace the fingers behind the back of the head, stretch the elbows apart. Inhale, lift the chest, just take the gaze slightly upwards. And then exhale, really fold in, draw the elbows together, arch through the back of the body. Inhale, open up, really stretch out any computer chest. And then exhale, fold it all in, really arch through the back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stretch it all up. And then exhale, coming down onto your back. Grab a strap or a towel or just any old piece of material is fine. Just lengthen the left leg along the floor and draw the right leg in. Take your strap or whatever you've got and just hook it over the top of your right foot and just start to straighten the right leg up. So it's the end of the day, so you don't need to do an amazing stretch here. Just find where it starts to pull a little bit and just gently breathe into that spot. If it's too much for you to have this leg straight, you can bend it. Just makes it a little bit softer, so your choice. So breathing in here and exhale, really softening and releasing the shoulders down towards the floor. Inhale and exhale, really soften and broaden the shoulders, the shoulder blades onto the mat. Inhale, just draw the leg a little closer towards you. Exhale, just straighten it out a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Just 2 more breaths there in your own time, so any tension that you've stored up through the back of the legs during the day, just let it all go here. So not your most amazing stretch you've ever done, but just a little bit playing with the edge, just very softly. And release. Stretching the right leg out, drawing the left leg in. Just give the knee a little bit of a squeeze. Hook your strap over your foot. Inhale it up. Just find where it starts to give you a little bit of a pull through the hamstrings, and just work very softly into that spot with the breath. You can bend the right leg if that helps you to make it even softer. So inhale very deeply, fill the whole chest. And then exhale to really soften the tops of the shoulders down towards the mat. Inhale. And exhale, feel the shoulder blades really grounding down. Inhale, fill up with breath. And exhale, just draw that leg slightly closer towards you. A few more breaths here. You can play around with straightening a little bit, but nothing too strenuous. And when you're ready, releasing, take the strap off to the side and just gently rocking yourself up very softly, coming onto your hands, stretching back into a very soft downward dog, stretching the right leg forward and placing it down and just wriggling the left leg back. So just finding here, come up onto fingertips and just rock back and forth into the hips. Our hips really tend to store a lot of tension during the day, so just rocking back and forth. And so either just staying here, or you can start to make your way down onto forearms and eventually to straight arms. If you find your right hip is really sort of hovering in the air, you can grab a pillow or a blanket and pop it underneath the hip and stabilize it that way. It's a nice way to work, especially at the end of the day. Just you want as much support as you can. So forearms or lengthened arms. Stretching forward, just dropping the forehead towards the floor. Really breathing length along the whole spine. And exhaling, just letting your brain melt down into the forehead. And spending a few nice long deep breaths here. Starting to make your way back up. Remove the pillow if you had a pillow under your hip, and very softly transition back into a very soft downward dog. Walk through the legs. And then stepping the left leg through, lengthening the right leg behind you, coming up onto fingertips, and just feeling into the hips here, taking a little rock back and forth, back and forth. So ideally the hip points are fairly even. If you're not quite there with that, then take a little pillow underneath the left hip here. Just enjoy that support, and if you've got a bit more in you, you can take the forearms down And then eventually coming down to lengthened arms, dropping the forehead, really breathing long deep breaths up and down the spine. And as you exhale, really softening through the head, just feeling everything melt down into the forehead, down into the mat. Starting to make your way back up. Remove the blanket if you have a blanket. And flick the toes under. Very soft down dog. Just walking through the legs, through the hips. Taking a little bit of movement side to side with the hips. And coming down, drop the knees, cross the ankles over. Grab a a big cushion or a big pillow if you've got one here, and just taking the legs wide, but not too much energy through the legs. Just let them go floppy, and bring the pillow close towards your belly, and just walking forward. So you can just stay here up on forearms. Just let the toes fall in. So very inward, very closing down, getting ready for sleep. And if you've got a little bit more in you, you can take the forehead down onto your hands. If it helps you, you can bend the knees and close in this way. So just holding here for a few nice, long, deep breaths. Closing it all down, keeping the breath nice and long, nice and soothing. Just preparing your body for sleep. Over the next few breaths, after a nice big breath in, as you exhale, see if you can just hold the breath a little bit at the end of the exhalation before you inhale again, and exhale out. And at the bottom of the exhalation, just holding maybe a slow count of 4. Repeat a couple more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. And hold. Breathe in. Breathe out. And hold. Slowly breathing in, coming up. And just removing your pillow. Taking the legs crossed. And just bowing your chin towards your chest. Softening down through the shoulders. Softening through the forehead. Softening through the brain. Taking the hands to the heart. Good night and very sweet dreams to you.